With Zidane, I think it's just that what he does well, he does really well, but it's a very limited capacity. So what he does really well is that he is able to move into a team like Madrid and be respected because of what he did as a player at the club. He has that gravitas. And as a result, if your problem is, as Madrid we saw under Rafa Benitez, this was an issue. If the problem is that the dressing room has too much power, they don't respect the manager, Zidane is the perfect person to bring in. But his problem is that he's able to boost players up when it matters. Champions League final, great, you want Zidane and you want Real Madrid, and that's why they were able to win 3 in a row, precisely because of this. But it means that when he has to rotate players, he doesn't do so well, because there isn't that same level of mutual respect, because it isn't the same mindset with a lot of these players. And so it's an issue with him not being able to play his first squad every single game, and as a result, when he does have to rotate, which tends to be against smaller teams, him struggling.
I think with Madrid, they've had a lot of troubles with maybe Vinicius, and maybe even if you look at Luka Jovic, their recent signings just are not there. They are not Ronaldo. They are not Gareth Bale. They're nowhere near. What do you make of Luka Jovic? He has been back at Frankfurt for probably, I think I saw 72 minutes, and he's got 3 goals. He didn't even manage that in his entire time at Real Madrid. What do you think? Do you think that is a side effect of something? What do you make of that?
We forget with a lot of these players that they are human. And I think that we saw a very similar thing with Andre Gomez at Barcelona. Sometimes a player will go to a club and it will just be some simple reason, a change in lifestyle that they just won't get accustomed to, and it will cause their whole season to go off. With Andre Gomez, it was that he hated living in Barcelona. He felt like he couldn't walk outside his house without being criticised, and it affected his form. Luka Jovic, I think it doesn't help that he's had various scandals with the press, with local papers in Madrid and things. I reckon all this played on him, as well as the pressure of going to a club of Madrid's stature, as you say, after Ronaldo's left as well. Not that he was ever a Ronaldo replacement.
It's a very tall order, and I think that's the thing, is the media, and maybe even if you're going there is that expectation, and you can't escape that. And I think, yeah, of course, it is very grueling. You even look at Benzema; he is struggling, and they've relied upon him. But sometimes he doesn't pull up now. He doesn't pull trumps. He doesn't do it. He's not performing when they need him to. And it's very interesting because I've seen some Benzema slander, and it's like, are you serious? He's been probably even better than Ronaldo at the club. And it's crazy to see that.
Benzema, I think it's safe to say he's been the player of the season this season in La Liga. Messi, you can often throw up there, but he's missed a lot of games. He had injuries earlier on this season. He's been suspended the past game. And I mean, it's not that he hasn't been himself, because he, up until his suspension, was top scorer. He's up there on the assist charts as well. But the way that Benzema stepped up, it's undeniable that he's been certainly Real Madrid's player of the season, if not La Liga's player of the season. I think with Benzema, I'd be surprised if anyone would criticize him in his current form. I can understand criticizing him when Ronaldo was at the club, because I felt like he struggled to play with Ronaldo sometimes.
I think with Madrid fans, they're so critical.
Of course,
it's almost like a negative thing. I don't know if other Jack wants to interject at all. But yeah, I think that's the thing. They're so critical of players that I think even it gets to the players.
Well, another player that we haven't spoken about, which fits in with this game in Alaves, one of the players who did really well, he didn't assist, but he was kind of indirectly involved with setting up one of the goals and scored another one of the goals, is Eden Hazard. And he's really struggled to fit in at Real Madrid. It's admittedly, it's a lot of his issues have been injury related, and so we can't be too critical with that. And he had these injuries at Chelsea, lest we not forget. But I mean, he performed well this weekend, and I'm not saying that he's going to start playing well as of now, but it's positive signs.